Have you ever thought about being quarantined with no human contact for 2 weeks? I met people who went through the quarantine in Korea and asked some questions about their experience.
At one night we went to an area, district called Itaewon, and a case has happened to happen in Itaewon, so we were there and everyone who was there was forced to quarantine themselves.
It's because it's safe here. That's why I came. America is not safe right now. It's not safe to even go outside. Here I can live my life like fully. So yeah, that's why I came.
And school went online for me. We couldn't really go out of the house. New Yorkers were being really irresponsible about masks, so the city kind of shut down. Then Korea started taking off and becoming the leader in like the COVID response. And I actually had always known that I wanted to work at this NGO I'm working for now.
태국에서 여행을 하다가 한국에 다시 들어오게 돼서 자가격리를 하게 됐어요.
Now I want something much more exotic, more interesting and more challenging linguistically and culturally. So
because at this time it doesn't really matter where you are. You have to take online classes anyway.
Yeah.
So I really want to study Korean right now.
Yeah.
So relatively speaking, I would be more productive in Korea, I think. Because I graduated my university, I'm graduating right now. So I don't have anything else to do.
So basically you were finishing your last semester in Korea in quarantine.
Yeah.
the flight was really quiet. The flight from Dublin to Qatar only had 14 people, and the other flight from Qatar to Incheon had maybe 50. So it was really quiet, but it was difficult for me to wear face masks all the time, and the cabin crew were dressed fully in protective gear with glasses, and it was very strange to fly that way.
I know in dollars, in USD it costs $1,400. In won, I think it was about 1.6 million. It used to be 100,000 won per day. Then they made it more expensive, and these days it's close to $2,000 because they're trying to cut down on people coming because most coronavirus cases are imported. So my friend is coming next month, but she's gonna have to pay $2,000. So it's
Does it include food?
It includes 3 meals a day and 1 bag of like gwaja, like of snacks a day or a week. So yeah, they include like doshirak, but it's always really, really cold. Like when I got it, it was never warm and there was no microwave.
The university delivered us the meals to the dorm room, so we couldn't leave the room. We just opened the door, we take the meal, and then we eat it inside our room. We also had got to do the coronavirus test for free.
Oh, for free.
Yeah, but that was from the government and from the university.
Okay.
The government offered it to us for free.
Okay.
Well, the government gave us 2 big boxes of food, so there was lots of tinned food and packaged food.
Did they deliver to you?
They did. It was delivered right. Someone came to our door in the building, knocked on the door, and it was there. We got 2 boxes of food each.
What did you do with the food?
So actually I had a little bit of an issue because I prepared to go to the facility. So in my head I thought everything is fine, but then I came to the Airbnb instead. So thankfully I still have some friends from when I was in Korea last time. So I could contact them and they brought me some food. But there's also an app for foreigners in Korea. I think it's called Shuttle. And they Shuttle.
Shuttle. Ah.
If you don't have Korean phone number, it's really hard to order something. But the options is really limited. Also, I think the dishes from the restaurants are also made more expensive on the app. So I don't really recommend, but at the end of the day, that's the best I could do at that time.
So with Shuttle, the app, you don't need a phone number?
You need a foreign, like it doesn't matter.
Ah, so you use your Dutch number.
Yeah.
Different stuff, Netflix, YouTube.
Yeah. Working out?
No.
Not really.
No.
I would try and learn some Korean, learn some words, and then I studied economics, so I'm very interested in finance. I would try and work on Microsoft Excel for a while. But after that, I just watched a lot of Netflix, tried to do some exercise, but it was really hot for me. It's like 10-15 degrees hotter than in Ireland. So there was a lot of just relaxing and watching whatever I could find that was interesting on YouTube. and a lot of eating as well.
I read like an 800-page book. That was really good. I did a lot of research for my internship, and I exercised. I exercised twice a day actually.
Wow.
Because then I was sitting in bed for the rest of the day. So, you know, yoga in the morning, HIIT in the afternoon, that kind of thing.
Nice.
And then I was sleeping like 12 hours a day.
Wow.
It was actually like beautiful vacation kind of. I had a good time.
I watched this drama called 부부의 세계. And I also was watching like variety shows on TV, and I watched Japanese TV because I had never seen it and it was so weird. And I slept a lot.
So people who go into quarantine, they have to download this quarantine app. So every day, twice a day, you have to put in your temperature and whether you have any symptoms. So sometimes, if I just left my phone, like if I'm sleeping or if I'm just doing something, just leave my phone on my desk, then I will get a notification that my phone is not moving for such a long time. Like I should contact the health officer and say that I am still in quarantine.
Wow.
So that was quite, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I'm just sleeping or something, so that was quite scary. And then also one time they came to my house in the morning, so I was just in my bed and then I just heard a knock on the door and I was just saying like, oh, I'm in quarantine, I cannot open. And then they were like, no, it's the health officer. So then they just asked me if I have any questions and they were just checking if I am in my house.
Yeah.
So that was quite scary on one hand, but also they really do check whether you are in quarantine, yes or no.
Very strict.
Yes.
So I guess the app you downloaded detects
Your location.
like very precisely.
Yeah.
Could you watch people outside a window?
We did, it was really sad. There was a balcony, like an indoor balcony. Sometimes during the middle of the day when the sun is shining in, I would stand on the balcony and just look down at people in the car park and just look at them living their life. And I was just stuck there.
The daily announcements that they did, every like hour on the hour there would be some type of announcement, and they would do it first in English, then in Korean, and then in like 10 other languages. And so it got really annoying by like just a couple days in, because you wake up at 8 a.m. like it wakes you up so you can get your food. And that type of like military type feeling, and it almost kind of felt like, you know, like apocalypse movies where they're like talking over the loudspeakers, like, do not exit your room. Do not exit your room. There are active cases in the hotel. If you cross the threshold, you can be deported. I was like, I'd rather not be deported. Also, the nurse came every day to take my temperature, but they're in full hazmat. Like, you can't even see their face. So that was kind of crazy as well. And I think I got like kind of sad because I couldn't see a human face. The only time I saw one was I once got my lunch at the same time as the guy across from me, and I was like, oh my god, it's a human.
I really wanted pizza.
Okay.
I wanted cheese, you know.
And the beer.
And then also eat a salad. Like, I just wanted greens.
Drink soju.
Drinking soju.
Drink soju.
일단은 사람이 14일 동안 한 공간에서만 지내야 된다는 것 자체가 나는 되게 쉽게 봤었는데 그게 진짜 안 쉽다는 거를 솔직히 많이 느꼈고, 이게 답답함이 계속되니까 조금 우울감이 생길 수 있겠다라는 생각이 조금 들었어. 진짜 사람들이랑 교류가 없이 혼자 말해야 되니까 아무리 전화를 하고 뭐 이래도 그 느낌이 좀 달라서
사람이 제일 그리웠다. 이해할 수 있을 것 같아.
I realized that people play an important life in someone's life, and I learned to appreciate people more and appreciate what I have.
But I appreciate being able to just walk outside the door. It's a simple thing. Just the picture of the door in my mind. I remember the door from those 2 weeks. Just thinking, can't wait to walk through that door. So even sometimes now, because I'm studying online, I'm at home all day, but I still remember just in the evening, just go for a walk for 10 minutes and just enjoy the fact that you can, because it might not be there forever. We might have to go into a quarantine again. and just learn to appreciate the outdoors and being able to leave the house. It's a small thing, but I really now value that.
될 수 있으면 자가격리를 하지 마세요. 그러는 상황이 안 생기도록 행동하는 게 제일 좋은 것 같긴 해요.
If you're thinking about coming to Korea, be sure to think about it like the cost versus what you're getting. So if you're in a place like where I was, where you basically either could stay in your room or go to a different country, then I think it might be worth it. But yeah, I think just stay safe. Do whatever you need to stay safe and still be able to live your life.
Do you think people should wear a mask?
Of course! Anyone who's an anti-masker just doesn't care about other people's lives. I mean, the only reason I'm not wearing one right now is because there's no one else in this room. But yeah, that's the best thing about Korea compared to where I'm at. I used to get yelled at for telling people to wear a mask where I worked, because you know, you're supposed to wear one when you go in anywhere, but in America, people just aren't doing it, and it's cost us 100,000 lives. So I definitely think you should wear a mask in Seoul or wherever you're at.
So what do you think? Do you think you could go through the quarantine? Or are you one of those who went through the quarantine already? I would love to hear your stories, so make sure you leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.